What is an executive order's constitutional power? Imagine a president sitting at the desk, issuing directives that shape how laws are implemented and how government agencies operate. These directives, known as executive orders, are powerful tools that allow the head of the executive branch to manage the federal government. But what exactly grants the president this authority, and what are the limits? The constitutional foundation for executive orders stems primarily from the powers granted to the president by the United States Constitution. The most significant source is the presidential duty to ensure that laws are faithfully executed. This duty is outlined in Article 2, Section 1 of the Constitution, which states that the president shall take the oath to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. This obligation implies that the president has the authority to issue directives necessary for executing laws passed by Congress. Additionally, the Constitution grants the president certain specific powers, such as serving as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces and having the power to appoint federal officials with the advice and consent of the Senate. These powers provide a basis for issuing executive orders related to military actions, national security, and administrative appointments. Historically, the scope of executive orders has expanded through practice and judicial interpretation. Courts have upheld the president's authority to issue executive orders as long as they are rooted in constitutional or statutory powers and do not violate existing laws or the Constitution itself. For example, executive orders cannot create new law but can direct government agencies to interpret and enforce existing laws in specific ways. The limits of an executive order are also defined by the principle of checks and balances. Congress can pass legislation to override or limit executive orders, and the judiciary can review and strike down orders that exceed constitutional or statutory authority. This system ensures that executive orders remain within the bounds of constitutional power and do not usurp legislative or judicial functions. In summary, an executive order derives its constitutional power from the president's duty to faithfully execute laws, along with specific constitutional powers granted to the office. While they are a vital tool for managing the federal government, their authority is balanced by legislative and judicial oversight to maintain the separation of powers fundamental to the United States government.